It's Saturday, and I'm sitting alone in my apartment at my desk staring at my computer. Like 99.999% of every other Saturday. And I went to get a pizza because I still don't know how to eat right. And, you know, Dartmouth is graduated or graduating, and this always happens when I drive in on the weekend to get my unhealthy food that I eat alone in my apartment. And I see all of them holding hands, walking down to the river to swim, sitting out on the green with friends, or going back to their dorm so they can probably do stuff later because it's a Saturday. And I get my pizza and I go back to my apartment because I don't have any friends. And honestly, I don't think I've ever had friends, not like real friends. I mean, obviously, I had like friends in high school and college, but it was the most superficial level. If I was in class, I would have people to talk to. People liked me. I don't think I was a totally unlikable person. And I would do after school activities, and people would talk to me, and I had people that I was close to. But we never did anything besides that. I never did anything after school in high school. If I did, it was rare. Like the times, like prom, mom had to ask a friend's son to ask me, and then he left early with another girl, which at the time I thought was hilarious. Because I could tell a story to my friends, and maybe that would be interesting. I'll see him on Instagram, but we've never hung out with any of my friends from high school. Same thing with college. I mean, it started senior year, but like the second people started doing stuff on the weekends, I was always alone in my dorm room watching all the other kids walk to the parties. I've never had a friend that I would just spend time with and tell everything to. I really thought I got close with Caitlin and Molly and Katrina and Aaron.
And man, that was tough to watch right there. That was so far. My thing on Friends, I would say, nah, I think man, when it comes to Friends, bro, I feel like with that you gotta be. If you do want friends, I'm not even close to family. Why the fuck would I want friends? Movement. But if you interested, I feel like if you interested in having friends and everything, I feel like it's. I don't want to say it's easy um because it's not. I feel like when you dealing with stuff in your head, you struggle to become a part of the groups that can get you friends and everything. Like I feel like the easiest way to get friends is when you are into something. Times in my life where, well, it depends on what you claim as friends, because I'm pretty sure we all got people that we know, people that know us, and acquaintances and shit that's superficial. But what is an actual friend though? That's the question. And I don't know, man. That's a touchy thing because it's like who's solid. It's hard trying to figure out. And if you don't have a good judgment on who's a solid individual to put yourself into, because it's scary, bro. Because it's like one bad friend could lead to some stuff that what I'm saying you might not can get back from. You know what I'm saying? Coming across the wrong influences, man. So I think that's an issue a lot of people don't want to speak on that they had though. You know what I'm saying? Uh, let's see.
And it's been 2 years. And it's been 2 years.
Oh, see, man, that's fucking dude. That sucks, man. Cause shit, I'll be real, man. Been times where shit, I was at, you know what I'm saying, in my room, because it could, I mean, I just let her know, like, shit, a lot of people like that. But I think it is good to be transparent about it. But you got to figure out how to maneuver around it. Uh, but I totally shit. I mean, I tell you, and it was probably a spanning. I think around like it was probably it was like COVID, bro. COVID sucked, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's not really going out here and there, man. But I don't know what was it. It was like I think with technology, since it got us so secluded and stuff like that, because it make you feel comfortable with being inside because there's so much you can be occupied so much in here. I guess you can get bored still by being inside, but your brain constantly can be working when you inside though. Like back in the day, you wasn't really stimulating your brain by sitting inside the house unless you was there with somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it would never make no sense to sit in the crib. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like you got Netflix, you got Hulu, you got all the sports, you got TikTok. I remember one time I was texting this girl and I'm like, "What you doing?" And it's like a Friday night. I'm like, "What you doing?" She's like, scrolling. Watching TikToks. Like, why? Why is that actually something you just? Usually when you ask somebody what they doing, they like, "Oh, I'm fucking, I'm whatever they doing. Like, I don't know, at the gym or something. I'm watching TikToks. Like, are you serious? Like, I think that's got a big part of it. Why it's a lot of this shit like this is common. Cause I went through something like this, man. Cause I feel like I remember one time I was going through a phase where I was fucking addicted to YouTube, where I would just sit down and I just watch shit all day. You don't even feel it. You know what I'm saying? It'd be, cause look, every YouTube video be like 5, 10, 20 minutes. You realize you don't watch 5 YouTube videos. It might not be a lot, but each one like 15 minutes. That's an hour out of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the time just be going. So it's just like, I guess you feel it. And comment below if you feel like this, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it's not a good feeling. So I get it. Because it's like everybody showing all the friends that they got and stuff. And if you also go on social media, you see all this fun people having too. People out with their friends, laughing, having a good time and stuff like that. And we also done pushed this whole narrative about it's so good. It's so good to be alone. And I ain't gonna lie, like, I'm comfortable being alone. It's okay. I don't have a hard time with it, but I feel like being alone shouldn't be something you seek. It should just be something you can tolerate. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be your end goal. Like I hear a lot of times where um especially like I think it's real common with females about like how they want to be independent and they want to. I know we go artists right, but I mean dudes do it too. But I like with like this comment because I just had this conversation with a girl, just trying to be independent and like, oh, I don't need a man for nothing, and they being jaded and all this stuff, and I'm just like, man, like I don't know, like I be seeing like old people and stuff, and they and if they don't got no significant other, how like, and even like how quiet. Just think about how quiet the whole scenery is when you just when you get in. I mean, we ain't about to get that deep, but yeah, I would say, man. Let's see what some more she talking about, bro. Let's see what more, but yeah, I ain't know this was gonna get this deep. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't wanted to get this deep, but man, I guess it got to, man.
And I have time. I haven't made a single friend, and there was a girl I met on Bumble, but I never went anywhere and she moved. And you know what? It's my fault. Because, I complain about not having anyone, but the minute anyone does come to my life and I have a chance, I do nothing with it. She invited me over to her apartment. We ate. I could have talked to her, but every time she texted me, I would wait like a day to respond. And when we made plans, I would always feel awkward about it because all I wanted to do was be back in my apartment. But then I'm in my apartment. I'm alone. So it's like, what the fuck is wrong with me that I complain about this and then I make no effort to try to change it? I mean, ever since I started applying to grad school, I gave up on trying to make friends here. And it's noticeable. My landlord, Elaine, keeps commenting on how all of her past tenants do things on the weekends, basically calling me like a friendless loser, which is true, but like, to hear her just say that to me was really hard. And everyone tells me I'm young and I have time, but it's still hard. So gross. I'm sorry. I know I was emotional. I didn't think I'd cry like this. I just don't know what's wrong with me. That I can't make it work. That I'm just lazy when it comes to making friends. I just want it to be easy, you know? When you just find that person that you're with all the time. All of the Dartmouth students in their really cute outfits, walking around downtown. And it's been hard, especially with mom and dad, because before I would just talk to them because I had no one else. But now with all the divorce stuff, there's stuff I can't talk to them about, and I have no one, and Travis and Kyle are too emotional, and I can't talk to anyone. I just look at myself and I don't know. I'm wasting all these days. I just feel so lonely. I'm just so lonely all the time. But I'm also terrified of it, and I also want to be alone. Like, maybe I'm just meant to be alone? Maybe I'm just meant to be alone?
Yeah. I think that she, you know what I'm saying, kinda prove that, you know. Not prove because other people they thrive off being alone, but I'm trying to tell you when that time start to pile up and it go years and years on and you start seeing like how it's like and like you know I said like bro, a lot of stuff is funner with other people, bro. A lot of stuff is funner with other people, man. I ain't gonna lie, like let's be real. I was about to say like let's say you pleasuring, you know, you looking seeking some pleasure. Is it better to, you know, beat your shit or is it better to if you got somebody, you know what I'm saying, with you got, you know, got a partner. I mean, just I don't see what in what scenario what you know like if you drinking or if you playing a sport, if you working out, it's always better with somebody else, man. And I think I'm not a friend expert. I don't got the most friends. I ain't gonna do say all that. But what I can say is though, and when there's been times where find something you really gotta be. I feel like you gotta be selfish and don't. The reason why I say this is make yourself first off do stuff that when I see some places when I had the most opportunities to make the most friends and build relationships was when I did something that other people were also doing, like when I was playing sports or when I remember I was in like debate and shit, or I remember when you know it's just find what you like and or hobby or whatever and come and meet people in the middle with it. You know what I'm saying? Like you see, like when we YouTubers and streamers, they become friends with other YouTubers and streamers, or you see a lot of artists becoming friends because they got a commonality, bro. So when you start seeing like, you know, start picking up a hobby, like start playing the guitar or something, bro. Start getting around people doing, then you'll naturally gravitate to people who do that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that's always how it is. It's because there's other people that's gonna like doing the same thing that you do. You know what I'm saying? It's a group for everybody. But when you start doing it, even start doing it by yourself, get a little good, and then you'll start gravitating around people. Like, let's say if I got a guitar over here, I ain't played the fuck out that motherfucker. But let's say if I did, I start playing the guitar, and I start playing the guitar. Uh, I'm gonna be so good. I'm gonna be like, shit. I need to go. I'm gonna go to a place and go play some guitar, and I'm gonna go to a little place I play guitar at. People gonna hear me, and I'm gonna, oh, you did good, or I can help you, or and I'm gonna just naturally become friends with them people, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's always just been them scenarios. I remember just every time I did something, or I started a hobby, and I started doing something, and I got a little good or something at it, you just naturally come around them type of people, man. So, um, yeah, bro. Like if you just on that same mission though, like cause, and then be abundant too. I say that, bro. Don't always look at one interaction, because I think I was at that point in time where I was like that. I used to think that I used to like when I had like a limited amount of friends. I felt like, I used to think I didn't have like charisma and stuff like that. But really, what I noticed was I think it would change me, and it's also a change. And then when I read this book a little bit after about it, that really solidified what I was thinking. And I started thinking like, what are the people? Okay, ask yourself this: who's the type of people you like being around, and then start naming them off. And I start thinking about, I'm like, what's people who the people I enjoy talking to, people I like being around. People I like being around is people that listen to me. I don't like the people who talk. I got this dude what I'm saying, dude I used to work with. This nigga used to talk. I didn't like him. I didn't like him at all, bro, because he just would talk and talk and talk. And shit, because he just talk all day. But now I know when people let me talk and let me, get words out and let me feel like I'm heard. A lot of people don't get heard. A lot of people don't get a chance to talk. So when you sit there and you can be open in ear and be somebody enjoyable that can get stuff off and not judge and stuff like that, you are like that's like 50. That's like you got 75% of the game down at that point, bro. And I started noticing that, and I started using that with everything, bro. Like when I get around girls or something like that, bro. Really, it be game sometimes, but sometimes I just be letting them talk. I just be letting them talk. I just sit around and just be like, oh, so I'm sitting there just asking question after question. I'm knowing they whole back. I can learn a female whole life story in about an hour or two. Like, and for real. And then they just get more comfortable with you and they be more relaxed with you, and they start, that's just it, man. So when you have a commonality with people and then you become an opening ear for people too, bro, you in the game, because now people enjoying your presence because they like, oh, they Nas or whoever you are is a listening ear, somebody who can listen. Because a lot of people, they talk a lot, but they don't listen. And if people like being in places where they feel appreciated at. You know what I'm saying? Like when I start noticing, when I feel like people naturally want me there, then I like going there. You know what I'm saying? And then when people like feel like in your presence that they're heard, and they can, you know what I'm saying, like, because they probably always in the back end of listening to other people talk and talk all day. People always in this, people just don't think like that. But when I start thinking, I'm like, okay, yeah, and it changed the game for me, bro. So anybody in that situation right now, they like, damn, this shit, they y'all confused, and y'all like, you know, go find you a hobby that you enjoy. Because then, if you start being around people, I mean, yeah, you be around the people, diversify your list. But if this dude is he hunt, like he hunt deer and shit, like me and him just don't got nothing in common. It's not enjoyable. But so it's like, so yeah, bro, like just put some sprinkle in your life, like whatever, bro, like. But like, yeah, like the hunter is most likely not finna relate to the the rapper, cheerleader, whatever, bro. So it's like, but the hunter could relate to the other hunter, and they can sit down and talk about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why people be having at work and stuff. They be having like work friends and stuff because they can all be like talking about what's going on at work and everything. So the more stuff you involved in, and more hobbies you got, and that you can be in common, you know what I'm saying, commonalities with people, bro, it's a lot easier, bro. So I say, man, go take that risk, and then, you know what I'm saying, and let it flow naturally, bro. It's gonna flow, but be that listening ear. Learn the right questions to ask, and don't be judgmental. Like, for real, nobody got this life shit figured out. So when you going around talking to people, don't be like, oh, the way you living is right or wrong, bro. When I started doing that, it started making a difference. And then after that, you done talk to so many people, you can easily sprinkle in all the other shit, the swag, or whatever you want to put in that shit. But start off with the basics, man. So yeah, this video we usually go different with it, man. But this shit, we got a little right though. I like that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, boy, yeah. Stay tuned for the next one. And you know what I'm saying? If you like her, don't feel bad, because I was like that. You know what I'm saying? So keep your head up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's your boy.
Loaded up, young nigga, let it get loaded up, pour some drink, yeah, I pour. In it tonight in the streets, I'm